Hi, this is Bradley Thomas from True North Softball Association, and welcome to our presentation on our off-season training programs for the 2025/2026 off-season. We have two exciting programs that we're here to tell you about, one being the College Prep Offseason Training program, and the other one being our High Performance Offseason Training program. So let's get into it. First, what we're going to be going over the outline, which starts off with an introduction and the program summary. Then we're going to be getting into program details for both the College Prep Offseason Training program as well as the High Performance Offseason Training program. Then we're going to be covering a little bit of which program might be best for you, and then finishing up with some frequently asked questions. So let's get into it. So, as an introduction, these programs are dedicated 7-month-long off-season training programs that take a long-term developmental approach, focus on challenging players and building up player skill sets. We're going to be operating them in small groups, which allows for a much more personalized experience for each person participating. The training groups will be made up of players who share similar interests, goals, and similar work ethic. Very important, it's not about how good you are or who you played for. We simply do not care. What we do care about is that it's all about fit and how much work you are willing to put in. And in order to find out if there's a fit, players must attend one of our ID camps that we're going to be having in July for each of the programs. There are two different programs that are being offered: the College Prep Offseason Training program as well as the High Performance Offseason Training program. So let's get into some of the details now on the College Prep Offseason Training program. This program is for players who are either already committed to play at a college for the 2026 season or are actively talking to college coaches and are planning on making a commitment to a college within the next 12 months or so. So this means that these players are mostly going to be 2008 and 2009 birth years, so grades 11 and grade 12. Training is going to be focused on players gaining the skills needed that will help prepare them for their first year of playing college softball and trying to compete for a roster spot from day one. The jump from high school level of softball is extremely big, and we're here to help players close that gap. A lot of players simply are not ready for the realities and the rigors of playing college softball. So our goal with this training program is to educate players and prepare them for what that's going to be like to make it a lot easier on them. The program has been developed in consultation with numerous coaches at the NCAA, NAIA, and junior college levels. So all of the information and all of our training programs that we have are fully informed by existing and or current college coaches. The program is going to be focusing on skills like hitting the ball harder more consistently, facing tougher pitchers that have more variability, early identification of pitch shapes, and mastering strike zone and count discipline. Throwing, we're going to be focusing on increasing your overhand throwing velocity, developing multiple arm slots, and excelling at being able to throw while keeping your feet moving. In terms of fielding, we're going to be prioritizing ball security and clean glove work, playing under much shorter time constraints than what you're used to, and getting better reaction time to ball off the bat. For strength training, we're going to be having an introduction to college strength training programming, as well as the nutrition that you're going to need to learn for your first year on a college campus. The duration of the program is a 7-month training program from September 2025 to the end of March 2026. The schedule is going to be 1 2-hour training session per week, Wednesdays from 7 to 9 p.m. We will be on field from September to mid-October, and then from mid-October to the end of March, we are going to move to our indoor facility. Both the on-field and the indoor is going to be happening in Richmond. The program cost is $275 per month with an additional $500 deposit in order to secure the roster spot coming out of the ID camp if you happen to be one that we select. And this fee also includes 2 True North softball training t-shirts. Of note, importantly, we are only going to be taking a maximum of 6 players for this program. The reason for this is that we want to give each and every athlete highly individualized and personalized training programs so that we can really cater to what that individual is going to be seeing on their specific freshman year of college. Players must attend an ID camp and be selected. The ID camp dates are going to be Tuesday, July 22nd and Wednesday, July 23rd from 6:30 to 9 p.m. at King George Park in Richmond. The ID camp is going to be $100 for both days of the camp. You can register at www.truenorthsoftball.square.site, where you will find a registration link, and we will also be collecting a bit of information on you as well as your college softball goals. Now we're going to get into the high performance training program. These are for players who want to level up their skills and be elite in-game performers in the spring and summer of 2026 for their club teams. We fully understand that not every player out there wants to play college, and some are simply more focused on their next summer of ball and chasing a provincial championship. And we are here to help those players reach their goals also. We are going to have two different groups. One is the high performance group for players born in 2008 through 2010, so grades 10 through grade 12. The other group is going to be our prospects group, which is players born from 2010 to 2012 birth years, so grades 8 through grade 10. The training focus for these groups is going to be developing age group specific skills for in-game performance at the provincial championship level. Hitting, we're going to be focusing on hitting the ball harder, developing your bat speed, and overall increasing your contact quality. Throwing, we're going to be focusing on increasing your overhand throwing velocity as well as narrowing your accuracy windows. Fielding, we're going to be cleaning up your glove work and your footwork and starting you to get to master the basics of fielding in motion. And we are also going to be having components of softball specific strength training, which is training for power, speed, and explosiveness. The duration of this program is a 7-month training program from September 2025 to March 2026. The schedule is going to be 2 training sessions per week, 1.5 hours each on Mondays and Thursdays, with the prospects training group going from 6:15 to 7:45 p.m. and the high performance group training from 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. We will be doing on-field training from early September through mid-October, and then indoor training from mid-October through to the end of March in 2026. These will be happening in Richmond as well. The program cost is $325 per month. There is a $500 additional deposit to secure the roster spot coming out of the ID camp. And as well, this includes 2 True North softball training t-shirts. There are 8 spots available for each group. So what this means, we will be taking up to a maximum of 8 players for the high performance group and a maximum of 8 players for the prospects group. Not everyone is going to be selected for the program. Players must attend the ID camp to be considered. The ID camp is going to be held Monday, July 28th through Wednesday, July 30th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. at King George Park in Richmond. The ID camp cost is going to be $125 for all 3 days. Players can register at www.truenorthsoftball.square.site, where you will find a registration link and payment information. So, which program is right for you? If you are already committed to a college or are very seriously looking at playing in college in the very near future, we highly recommend that you come out for the ID camp for the College Prep Training program. If your primary focus is going to be getting on playing time at the collegiate level in your freshman year, we highly recommend that you come out for the ID camp and the College Prep Training program. If you're simply unsure if you want to play in college or you know that you have no interest at all, we recommend that you come out for the ID camp for the High Performance Training program. If your main focus is getting ready for the season and the upcoming spring/summer of softball and chasing a provincial championship, we highly recommend that you come out for the High Performance Offseason Training program ID camps. Some frequently asked questions. Can I just sign up and take part without trying out? The answer is no. All players must attend an ID camp in order to be considered for one of our training programs. When are the tryouts? We also call our tryouts our ID camps. The College Prep Training program ID camp is going to be July 22nd and July 23rd. The High Performance Offseason Training Program ID camp is going to be July 28th, 29th, and 30th. Again, you can register at www.truenorthsoftball.square.site for these ID camps. Will there be any opportunities for playing any games or any tournaments? The answer to that is no. These are exclusively off-season training programs. I can't make an ID camp, but I'm very interested. What should I do? You can contact us directly at info@truenorthsoftball.com. There may be additional ID camp dates added for August, but we are unsure of that at this point in time. Priority will be given, though, to the players who attend the ID camps in July. So we highly recommend that you make your schedule work to come out for those ID camps because, to be totally honest, we will be giving priority to the players who show up to our ID camps in July. Thank you for your time. Again, to register for the ID camps, go to truenorthsoftball.square.site. If you have any questions, please email us at info@truenorthsoftball.com. I'm Coach Bradley T. Until next time, work hard, level up, compete, repeat.